What is the biggest learning that you have had as a leader? What is the biggest learning that you have had as a leader?
So far in my journey, I have understood one thing that I need to be quite dynamic while I'm handling situations. Now, coming to a place where I have been in situations where I needed to become a leader on spot, let it be in Toastmasters or in personal life, I believe that being dynamic is what I have been able to adapt and I've been able to execute perfectly as a leader. And that learning, I think, has made me come so far in my journey all the way from taking from 10 standard all the way till here. My leadership journey has always been being dynamic, being adaptive to changes and go ahead with my how to become a great leader, try to adapt, try to learn, and try to become a good leader. So that's the thing that I have learned being a leader so far.
How would you resolve conflicts in your team? How would you resolve conflicts in your team?
Usually conflicts, I believe, is because of misunderstanding and ego. The easiest solution to it is while conversating or coming to a middle ground. Usually, any sort of conflicts that any has arise so far in my experience has been because of unavailability of people or any sort of miscommunication that has happened, that somebody has done some action in that way. To work that thing out, I think I'll explain that, or I'll take the initiative of telling that it's done now. We can't do anything. What are we going to do to fix it, and how are we going to go ahead with it? While also on making sure that the communication or the miscommunication, whatever has led to this conflict, should not arise again, and we should be able to forward with it, keeping egos aside and doing the thing that what we love doing, that is serving the people. So that's about my answer for that.
How would you respond when one of your team members or peers neglects the Toastmasters core values? How would you respond when one of your team members or peers neglects the Toastmasters core values?
To coming to an understanding, the core values of Toastmasters are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. If any of them is violated or neglected, I would humbly ask them to understand why they're neglecting it, and then make them understand the importance of why they have to follow it, because this is a non-profit organization and people are here to learn. If we are not, following any of the four pillars, this can lead to a lot of issues for a Toastmaster journey. So you're not just affecting because of your own negligence, you're not just affecting your journey, but also the journey of the people who are around you or who are getting inspired by you. So that's my answer to that question as well.
Give an example when you made a difficult decision and the impact it had on your team. Give an example when you made a difficult decision and the impact it had on your team.
So I was the president of my club, the Ramya Masters Club, in the year 2021, and there came a point that 6 months were up and we didn't have any additional members. We were losing members, and the educational goals were at 4 DCP. I had to make a tough call, and a Sunday night, I made sure all the members of the club come online, and we discuss why we are having so poor quality and why are we not able to achieve membership as well as retain members and educational goals as well. That made me come to a situation that my vice president membership and vice president education both were unable to provide the time due to the pandemic and due to personal issues of family suffering from COVID. I asked them if they would want to continue their journey in Toastmaster as a vice president education or vice president membership, or in Toastmaster in particular, and they clearly stated that with the current circumstances they will not be able to. And so I assisted them and took them down while getting a new sort of leader, new incomplete training leaders to the state podium, and we were able to achieve 10 DCP points and go ahead with it. That really shows that I, as a leader, was able to be very adamant to what I wanted. I wanted the club to survive and go ahead and become the best club in the being the 10 DCP point at the end and getting the golden gavel. Even at such a short period of time, in month of 6 months, I was able to achieve the golden gavel series. So that made me sure that I'm quite adamant, while also that made me understand that the pandemic has caused a lot of frustration among people, and the adventurous side of me of how I love to go trekking, etc., made me take a lead of having a trek initiative, not for my club first to have a trial run. While when I was the area director, the adventures went to the next level where I was able to go ahead and get at least 50 club leads, while also having people to network and get back to the community that they're part of. Being adaptive is also one of my abilities, and I was able to be adaptive to situations that had come forward. And you know how authentic I am when it comes to my way of execution. So that is what I am as a leader, and I would want people to vote for me as a division A director. With that, back to you, Toastmaster Rishabh.